Hi everyone, I am Naina. Today we are going to talk about how to start your blog. I'm a blogger by profession. I own a website by the name of outdoorswithnaina.com. In my website, the topics that I cover are travel, food, and career. When it comes to career, I give tips about blogging and I give career advice because based on my experience, I have worked as a recruitment consultant. So without wasting any time, let's get you started on how to start your own blog. So when you decide to start your own blog, there are so many things that goes on into your mind. You hear words like niche, domain, hosting, your blog dashboard, how to write blog posts perfectly. What I would recommend you here is don't get bogged down with all these questions. Instead, take the simplest approach possible to start your blog. So first things first. First of all, to start a blog, you have to decide on your niche. When we say niche is a particular topic that you want to write about. But while deciding on niche, keep in mind there is something you want to do as a hobby, or you want to choose a topic that would yield you returns later. So there is a difference in profitability and passion. It's better to decide on a niche or decide on few categories you want to start your blog about. For example, for me, it's career and travel primarily. The second thing to start a blog that you need is a website. WordPress is a renowned name when it comes to website, but it has a lot to learn. There is a big learning curve ahead of you if you decide to own your own blog. So first of all, you have to look at the purchasing plan of a hosting. A hosting is kind of a software that stores your content online. So hosting has to be renewed either every 3 months or 6 months or a year or 3 years. There are several hosting providers that give you hosting and you get a free domain. So what domain is? Domain is anything that is between www till .com. So for example, my website is www.outdoorswithnaina.com. So you also have to pick up a name for your blog which you want to put between www.till.com. So now it comes to after buying a WordPress website, it comes to learning. There you'll find a dashboard on your WordPress website which you have to design by yourself. And WordPress also provides you options with buying a lot of themes. There are a lot of themes. So go through different bloggers, blog posts and different blog sites. Understand how and what kind of a theme look appealing to you. Based on that, you can pick up a theme for your blog. And the theme that you choose needs designing, of course. So there is something called menu creation. Then afterwards, you create menus for your WordPress blogs. Menus should have pages, posts, about, and it also has different categories. For example, if I write something about my career, I cannot put it into travel. So of course, I have to categorize it. My about page should be on the main menu, home page. So you get to play a lot with your WordPress website based on the theme that you choose. So choose your theme carefully, have a look at other websites, how their homepage looks, what kind of a font you find appealing, how their blog posts are looking to you with different images and stuff. So there is a lot to look at. YouTube is full of such information. Even you can do your research through Google. Top 10 bloggers, have a look at their blogs and see what appeals to you. You also have to work on a logo for yourself if you really want to have a logo, because when you start promoting your blog later on social media, you need to go and put your logo everywhere, which will work as your brand. So I would recommend you to keep that in mind as well. Now, Once you have a hosting, your domain is sorted, you have a WordPress website ready, you have your name in mind, and you want to start to write something. So, writing a blog post is not a kid's play. I have also written on my blog about it, on how to write a perfect blog post. There is a lot of hard work that goes in, and it's not like writing a normal article that you have to just write on a piece of paper or write on a Word page. It's very different. So one thing is standard in all the themes that you choose, or all the blog websites. There is a paragraph length which is standard. You have to write a paragraph of not more than, say, 50 to 60 words, which I do. So you can use a paragraph of not more than this, and there is a heading distribution. So to start your first blog post, what you can do is you can construct a blog post, or basically like make a skeleton of it, in which you have the heading ready, you have the subheadings, you have the bullet points ready, and then you start filling up those headings with the content that you want to go out there. That is the best way of writing. Also, we have to keep the length in mind. Initially or even later, your post should not be less than 1,000 words, because at least users need something to return to website, or something engaging. A paragraph cannot be engaging enough for anybody to return to your website. So 1,000 words is a very good length for any blog post. That is the minimum. You can make it above 2,000, that's great. Then comes the high quality images that go in. I'm not talking about the professional blogging. I'm talking about the newbie bloggers who just want to establish themselves and just want to learn the A to Z of blogging before getting started. So it's a very good idea to start constructing your posts, keeping some drafts ready with high quality images, with the proper heading, subheading distribution, paragraph length in mind. You have to manage something to appear in Google, like that is called SEO, search engine optimization. So you have to keep in mind that the heading or the keywords have to be repeated in a post at least 8 times, not less than that. That will make your post SEO friendly. So for example, when we go on Google and we search something, it doesn't have to be the same word, but if I search for Switzerland itinerary, so my post should have a week itinerary for Switzerland, spent 8 days in Switzerland, how your perfect itinerary for Switzerland should look like. The word itinerary could be repeated, or for example, if I'm writing making a career move, it could be job change, it could be planning your career, it could be making a new career move, or choosing a career. In this way, at least 8 to 10 times this should be in my post. That's what makes a good post, and that's what makes you searchable on Google. Because Google also has so many bloggers, so many people are writing quality content today. So it's very important to make your posts Google friendly. You can read more about blogging tips in my website, which is www.outdoorswithnana.com. I'll be also sharing more videos and on a detailed note on how to write a perfect blog post. Until then, do subscribe my channel. If you are interested in travel, if you're interested in career tips, or if you're interested in blogging, my channel will be really worth it. So there are more videos coming, and I'll keep sharing my experience and my tips with you. Until next time, take care, keep writing. Let me know in the comments how did you like this video.